We are continuing our conversation with the presidents of colleges across Connecticut, and we are joined now by the president of the University of St. Joseph, Dr. Rhona Free. And President Free, good to see you here.
Nice to see you, Dennis.
So tell me, you're actually one of the longest serving presidents in our state right now because there have been so many new ones.
Yeah, as it turns out, with 10 years in, I am one of the longest serving. The average tenure for a president at any college now is just about 5 years. So I'm an old timer.
Well, congrats, 10 years, that's remarkable. And there has been so much growth because when you first took over, it was an all women's college. Now it's co-ed, you've added sports. Looking back at the last 10 years, how did that growth take place?
Well, a lot of it was the decision to go co-ed. We realized that if we wanted to offer a wide range of academic majors and athletic options for our women students, we really needed more enrollment. And going co-ed was one way to do that. So we talked to a lot of alumni and students, and the consensus was, yeah, that was the time. That was 2018.
And I know that you were saying that, you know, with growth comes some challenges as well. You had to find some housing for some of these new students. How did you solve that problem? Because I know some of them are going to live downtown, right?
Yeah, so we're very happy to have a presence downtown. I mean, Hartford is such a great city. There's so much going on. It's really nice for us to have students there. But yeah, we had every bed on campus full, and we looked for a number of options, and so we found what we thought was the ideal option, and students really like it. So we have quite a few students there this past year, and we'll have more there this year. And in fact, some of our new employees are moving into that same unit, same complex.
And the campus is in West Hartford, but you can see behind me, in this picture, it's pretty close to downtown. It's only a couple of miles. You really could walk it or jog it, but you have shuttles and
probably
things like
2 miles, yeah. And students nowadays use Uber and Lyft, and they're pretty self-sufficient in terms of getting back and forth. Students ride bikes back and forth. So it's worked out really, really well to be back downtown.
One of the big accomplishments at USJ, of course, was the hiring of legendary UConn coach Jim Calhoun to kick off the basketball program. And he's still involved. He's retired, but he's still involved, correct?
He's still on campus all the time, still very involved. And he serves more as an advisor and as a consultant, but he still does meet with recruits and coaches. And there are a lot of people who come to campus just to see, can we get a peek at him in his office? And he's always glad to talk to people, and especially, ex-students. He's really eager to keep in touch with them.
How much did that help to put USJ on the map?
Yeah, I think it's hard to calculate. Really a huge amount. I mean, when we made the decision to go co-ed, one of the big challenges was how do you get people to notice? And so, I thought, well, sports would be a good way. How do we do that? Bring in something that will really get press recognition, and so certainly hiring Jim Calhoun did it.
We're all aware of the challenges that some universities face right now. There's some battles between the administration and some of the Ivy League universities. Have you seen anything like that on your campus at all, sort of a battle with the federal government right now?
No, I mean, we are a smaller university, so we've been able to manage things in such a way that we haven't had a lot of issues, but it is a concern. Higher ed is so important to Connecticut. It's, annually there's a $19 billion economic impact in Connecticut of higher ed. Just St. Joe's, as a small college, our economic impact is over $680 million a year. Wow. So it's an important sector. We need to make sure that it's protected. And I think what institutions are doing now is just asking, are we serving our students the best way possible? What changes maybe should we make? And what should we continue doing the way that we always have? But there's some basic principles that we really stick to: academic freedom, focusing primarily on the success of students. And I think as long as we do that, we just focus on the success of students, we won't have too many struggles.
I want to talk about what kids are studying nowadays, because certainly it changes all the time, but 10 years ago we didn't know much about cybersecurity and AI and all these nursing focuses that are now existing in schools. Yeah. How has your school adapted and changed?
Yeah, so one of the positive things that came out of COVID was that for nursing education, and education in some other programs as well, we really had to rely on technology and simulation. And that's continued in a lot of programs where students have learned to use technology in ways while they're students that will make them even better when they go out into their careers. And so the newest technology in that regard is AI, where we're using it to teach students, but with the goal of teaching them so that when they go out into their careers, they will be using AI to improve their nursing skills, to enhance their accounting practice. So, you know, there are some challenges with AI, but from an academic perspective, the opportunities that it creates are much greater.
And let's talk about the nursing opportunities right now, because the population's aging, right? There's a lot more need for nurses. Are you finding that major to be more popular than it was 5 years ago?
Yeah, so the nursing major absolutely is hugely popular. Ours is because we had a 100% pass rate of students on the nursing students on their licensure exam, which is very unusual. But yeah, the nursing program and other healthcare areas. So we have physician assistant studies, we have pharmacy, health science that prepares students to go into master's programs and other health disciplines. Those are the fastest growing majors on our campus and on most campuses now.
What is on your wish list as you move forward, as the school moves into the future?
Yeah, so you know, we are, right now, our biggest capital project is renovating our library. So you will remember when you were in college, you went to the library to take out books and study those books in the library. Well, that's no longer what students use a library for. They go to the library to use electronic databases, to collaborate with their peers. So we're completely renovating the library. That will start at the end of this calendar year to create a really dynamic, technologically enhanced space for students that meets the way students study now and the way they do research now. So we're hoping that goes well, and we'll have that done within a year from December.
And you can't see it from this vantage point here, but there is a major development project that West Hartford is working on right now that's going to be sort of west of the campus, but right next to it.
Yeah.
How will that impact you?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, there are huge advantages to that because there will be internship opportunities at some of the businesses that are there. There could be housing that will be available to our students. So we're really excited about that development.
And some restaurants. Students always like that right next door.
Absolutely.
And full disclosure, always grateful to you, SJ, because during COVID I helped you out and you helped me out. We did some collaboration on some projects. I remember I taught a seminar on Zooms, how to do Zooms.
Yeah.
No one knew how to do them. Now everyone had to do them, but best of luck,
Thank
Rhona
you.
Free.
Thank you.
And congrats on 10 years.
Thanks.